guys? We are back with another video here, and this video is going to be on the best goalies to buy December edition. I might make another video on goalies later in the month, it'd be for sure. But this video, I feel like how many other goalies are really going to come out right now that are going to be better than these guys. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. It's kind of like 6 goalies, no real specific order or anything like that. So just make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you have not already, and let's hop into the video right now. Darcy Kuemper, he goes for under 10,000 coins, and he has no abilities, so unfortunately that's kind of an L, I gotta say, but this is more on the budget side, the discount side of goaltending. He's 6'5", 215 pounds. That is really good. That size is unreal for a goaltender. 6'5". Kuemper's always played well in Hut as a goaltender. You really wish he had an ability, but you can't do anything about it. Regardless, like I said, it's a good cheap option if you really can't afford some of the other goalies I'm going to be mentioning on this list today. He's got decent stats here. Nothing too incredible that's going to be like, oh my goodness, but it's more about the size on this card, and again, it's all about trying to get the size in the net. You need to have goalies that are going to be big and just play big in net. Obviously, you want them to have higher rated stats and all that good stuff, but when it comes to just a 6'5" goaltender, to me, you can't go wrong. He'll be good. He'll make saves that you wouldn't expect. He'll make some desperation saves you'd be shocked of. So that's why I like Darcy Kuemper a lot. Got to be the first goalie that I mentioned today. Next up, we got Thatcher Demko. He's going for around 20,000 coins. 85 overall edition here. He's 6 foot, 192 pounds. Demko is always another elite goalie to have in Hut. He actually does have an ability, and this one is Gold Contortionist. So it's exceptional save range, recovery, and save ability while in spread V with or against momentum here. He's got pretty high stats in the low category, so he's got a glove low of 88 there. His quickness is pretty decent in the mid to high 80s there. Positioning, again, this is like a pretty well-rounded goalie card here. Like the stats are all pretty well-rounded, like in the mid 80s to potentially high 80s. So that's what I'm a big fan of when it comes to Demko's card here as well. But yeah, to me, he's a good goalie. He is. I use him a lot in Hut over the years, and to me, he's a great goalie. He really is. I like his build, 6'4" again. For me, guys, for the most part, shoot for 6'4" or above. There is a goalie or two on this list that I'm showing you guys today that is under 6 foot. So again, I'm not saying that 100% has to be a 6'4" goalie. And they're going to be good. If you're under 6'4", doesn't mean you suck. That's for sure. That's not the case or anything like that. But Thatcher Demko, for me, 85 overall, is a guy that I would strongly consider, and it's only for 20,000 coins. Mackenzie Blackwood, he's going for around 11,000 coins here. Mackenzie Blackwood having a pretty solid year here for the San Jose Sharks. He's 6 foot, 225 pounds. You get the speed boost synergy too, which is pretty nice to have. Again, because that's a hard synergy to activate right there. His ability is an interesting one. It is the Energizer, like the battery, I guess. It provides a large energy boost for all skaters on the team after a desperation save. And honestly, this year, desperation saves happen a lot. So for one ability point, slam it on. A lot of people will have like 59 or 55, and they're one AP away from maxing out. Hey, you could use it on this Mackenzie Blackwood card and try it out. I feel like Blackwood has always played very well in game. Again, he's 6'4", but he's 225 too. He's got the weight there you want. He's going to cover up a good, not fat shaming or anything like that, but I'm saying Blackwood, he for sure is a good goalie in Hut. I remember using him back in like NHL 20. I know it's crazy to say, but NHL 20, he was my goalie forever. His MSP card, if you guys remember that card, what a card it was. But Mackenzie Blackwood for sure, guys. He's got good stats, similar to Demko for sure, and another 85 overall, so very similar in that aspect, but for me, Blackwood worth a try, and honestly, I'm probably going to pick him up as well in a second here, just to really see how he performs. But let's move on to the next goaltender here. We got Markstrom here. So Markstrom, I'm always pumping Markstrom's tires, so maybe that's why he's going for a lot, but Markstrom goes for around, it looks like 30,000 coins here minimum, and it's funny, because, there's high overalls that are going for less, right? Like that Blackwood I just showed you, right, for 10K. But anyway, 6'6", 207, so no abilities on Markstrom. The moment Markstrom gets abilities, then we're cooking. We really are. But Markstrom in general plays phenomenal. I have used his 82 overall base card, guys, the whole year so far, and let's just say I'm 200 games above 500. So yeah, in other words, Markstrom just plays well in game. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. It's 6'6", 207. That's really what it is. But no abilities on this card. again, no stats really like jumping out at you saying, oh my goodness, that's the reason, right? That's the reason why this card performs so well. No, there really is no reason. He just plays unreal. I don't know how to explain it. Markstrom's always a goalie that I'm going to recommend to you guys, and I believe it's his highest rated card right now, 84 Jacob Markstrom. So 100% guys, you should strongly consider Markstrom. He's always a top goalie performer, top one that I would check out. So 84 Markstrom. Next up on the list, we only got a few more here to look at. Up here, we got Ilya Sorokin, actually. So he's going for around 40,000 coins. He's an 87 overall goaltender, one of the highest rated goalies in the game right now. He's 6'3", 195. He has 2 abilities, but one ability specifically I'm in love with, all right? So he's got Silver Showstopper, which is fatigue has less of an impact when making saves. So that's pretty nice too, especially with how much, energy is such a factor this year on goaltending. I think that could be a huge help. Showstopper, again, it's a new ability that I barely even heard of basically until I saw it on the hot cards. But yeah, it could be a very nice one. Plus, he actually has a stat in the 90s as well. Glove low of 90 on the dot. His poke check's only 76, but I mean, that's not the end of the world. But it's gold butterfly effect that I am in love with, guys. Such a good ability for a goalie. I think it's the best one out there. Maybe the fatigue one might be low-key at this point, but butterfly effect. It's exceptional reflexes when dropping and making low saves in butterfly. So again, have fun scoring on Sorokin, in the butterfly. It won't be easy, that's for sure. And I know I said, 6'4" and above. He's 6'3", Sorokin. He's not small by any means. And again, that ability can really, really make a difference as well. It really can. So pretty much all stats are in the high 80s here. So except for that poke check, that's the only, and passing, I guess. But those are the only stats that are kind of concerning, but it's not the end of the world by any means. So Ilya Sorokin's a guy that I had to recommend here, and an 87 overall. I think he's one of the best goalies in the game. Next up, we got Oettinger. He is going for a ton. Probably the most expensive goaltender in the game right now. He's going for around basically 90,000 coins here, basically 100K, which is crazy. 86 overall Oettinger. He is 6'5", 220 pounds, and the reason is it's because of that showstopper abilities, guys. I mean, and it's that, but also the fact that he's 6'5", 220, right? So he's got gold showstopper. It only costs 3 AP as well, which is really crazy. The gold ability of showstopper only costs 3 AP, which makes it even more usable, right? So fatigue has much of less of an impact when making saves, 3 AP. Silver no timer here too. So just really, I mean, unbelievable card this is. I mean, I'm going to go on the limb and say this is probably the best goalie to have right now. It really is. I mean, him and Sorokin to me are strong options, guys. So I really like this Jake Oettinger card a lot. And to me, he'd probably be the goalie that I'd recommend the most out of all the goaltenders so far in HUT. And that's kind of really it for the video, guys. I mean, there's other goalies that you could always, look at and all that. But for the most part, I mean, goalies are so random too. Like, don't really get too mad about goaltending. I mean, Hellebuck's another one that you could justify, right? I mean, he's got silver no timer. He's not a bad card. 6'4", 216. I mean, I wouldn't hate using Hellebuck. I mean, it's just, goalies are just so random, though. Like, you can have the highest rated goalie. They could be terrible. One thing I always say, though, guys, goalie like Saros, really, I gotta say, you really don't want to use. Under 6 foot, especially for a goaltender, it's not gonna work. It really isn't. You gotta definitely not do that. That would be a mistake for sure. But for the most part, guys, I mean, goaltending, I mean, just try some of the goalies that I recommended today. I mean, there's nothing really, nothing more to it. I mean, it's all just kind of going to be up to, sometimes your defense too is a big factor depending on what shots you allow. If you allow a lot of point shots or, one-timers, depends. Some goalies are going to make those saves, some goalies aren't going to make those saves. There's a lot of factors that go into having a good goalie and not giving up a ton of goals in a game, right? So that's pretty much it for the video, though, guys. If there's any goals you think I missed, please let me know. I mean, I feel like I got most of the good goalies out there. I mean, I could have missed a few, but I think that's kind of it. So those are my best goalies as of December 2nd. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you have not already, and follow me on Twitch, Henreek. I'm live there every single day. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek with 3 E's. And be sure to join my Discord to talk to me, followers, and subscribers to the channel. I'll see you guys all in the next video.